Winning Blueprint presents.
It's the Redskins Report, so it's everything Redskins and anything of the sort.
The 2012 Washington Redskins, your NFC East champions. The Redskins Report.
This is the Redskins Report. I'm your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. I'm back, Redskins Nation, here to talk to you today about the opening day of free agency. Look, we did what we had to do. I talked about this on Sunday. We knew D'Angelo Hall was going to probably be moved. He was probably going to be released. It had to be done. It was something that had to be done if the Redskins wanted to be able to have the flexibility to make some moves that needed to be made. So, look, I know a lot of you out there, this move makes you happy or you're indifferent about it. I actually would have liked to have held on to D'Angelo Hall, but at the end of the day, the corner market is so oversaturated that it really doesn't matter if D'Angelo Hall is back on our team in 2013 or not. There are so many corners available in the free agent market that it doesn't make any sense for us to hold on to D'Angelo Hall making the kind of money he was slated to make in the 2013 upcoming season. It's no reason for the Redskins to hold on to that kind of salary. $7.5 million for one season. A guy that's not playing at that level to command that kind of money. No way the Redskins could afford to hold on to D'Angelo Hall making that kind of money. So you get the move. You know what it was for. And I am not one bit upset by the move. Would have loved to have seen D'Angelo Hall back. But at the end of the day, it's about the Redskins getting better. And they wouldn't be able to get better. They wouldn't be able to get back some of our in-house free agents if D'Angelo Hall remained on the roster making that kind of money. So he had to go. So that's fine. So we move on to matters of Redskins football that pertain to free agency. Got rid of D'Angelo Hall, freed up some cap space, got under the cap, and so now we have a little bit of money to spend. We talked about it on Sunday. The Redskins going out and re-signing a lot of their own free agents. Look, we needed to take care of home. I talked about it on Sunday. We need to take care of our guys, and we did some more of that in day one of free agency. Re-signing Kedrick Golston, re-signing Sab Rocca, so those two will be back in the fold. Again, it's so frustrating because Lorenzo Alexander isn't going to be back. And I already talked about that on Sunday, and I know I already harped on that. But it's going to be official here shortly. He's probably going to sign with the Arizona Cardinals, it's looking like right now. And it's so bittersweet because he was a guy here when we were bad. When we were at the bottom of the barrel, we're starting to get better, and he's not going to be able to see this thing through. Even when we were at our lowest depths, he was always willing to come out and speak on behalf of the team. He was always willing to come out and talk. He was never one to hold his head down. He always represented this organization with class, and I hate to see Lorenzo Alexander in another uniform, but it's going to happen, and so it is what it is. At the end of the day, the Redskins have to decide which guys they're going to be able to keep and which ones they're going to have to allow to walk away because of our cap situation. Looking at free agency in terms of what the Redskins have done outside of our own team, we've only signed one guy, Tony Pashos, a tackle from Cleveland. He did not play in the 2012 season, had surgery on his foot, did not play in the 2012 season. Last played in 2011, was the starting right tackle for the Cleveland Browns. And so I don't know if that spells trouble for Tyler Columbus or not. I'm trying to read into it. I'm not sure if that means that he won't be back. I don't know if this is an upgrade over Tyler Columbus or not. And again, you know how I feel about dealing with guys on your roster. I'd much rather deal with the evil I know than the evil I don't know. I know what Tyler Columbus is. I know what he can do. I know his strengths. I know his limitations. I know how to coach around those things. I don't know Tony Pashos. He's an outsider. I don't know what he brings to the table. I wasn't really focusing in on the Cleveland Browns in 2011, so I can't tell you what Tony Pashos brings to the table. I can look at him and tell that he's probably not going to be as athletic as Tyler Columbus is in the run game, and so he looks like a very well-skilled pass protector. But in terms of run blocking, I'm not sure what you're getting out of Tony Pashos or not. So I'm going to have to go back and do my homework on Tony Pashos, find out what kind of offensive lineman we're getting. And even if he's not starting and he's for depth purposes, that's fine. But if he's starting, then he better be an upgrade over Tyler Columbus. That's for sure. If he's not, I don't want another guy that's going to be a lateral move, especially a guy that's 32 years old. It's not like he's a young guy with a lot of upside, a lot of potential. This is a guy that's 32 years old and didn't play in the league last season. So unless the Redskins see something and know that this is an immediate upgrade over Tyler Columbus, I don't like the move. And so I don't even know the specifics of the deal. I'm thinking that it's a very short-term deal with not a lot of money tied up into it. So it's probably a low-cost, low-risk proposition for the Redskins, and I'm fine with that. But if he's starting over Columbus, he better be leaps and bounds better. I don't want a guy that's barely better than him, that's 32 years old, that's seen better days starting at right tackle when there are so many right tackles available in free agency, and you have one in front of you that it will take peanuts to have back in Tyler Columbus. So we'll see. The Redskins have a little bit of money to play with now under the cap, and all indications right now are that every single penny that the Redskins have, including the $2 million the Redskins saved by restructuring the deal of Santana Moss, so he will be with the Redskins in the 2013 season. That's good to know. We need our tandem man, and it's good to know he'll be back in the fold. Is really being divulged and allocated right now to trying to get the services of Aqib Talib. And I don't know how I feel about that. Of all the corners on the market that are available, you want to go get the one that has the most baggage attached and is a guy that is often injured. I don't know how I feel about that. I know you got guys like Bruce Allen and Raheem Morris vouching for him in that locker room. But I don't know how I feel about that when you got guys like Derek Cox, Sean Smith, Brent Grimes, who was out on a free agent market that you could go out and try to make a run at. If you're going to make a run at somebody, but look, at the end of the day, you got to go after a guy that you know can get it done or you feel like can get it done, and you got to go after a guy that you feel comfortable bringing in. These guys in our organization know him, probably feel very strongly about his character and feel like he's a guy that can come in and get it done. And so maybe that's why the Redskins are choosing to go that route. Look, there's nothing definite, nothing certain. We probably won't end up with Aqib Talib because, again, we're trying to outbid the Patriots for his services. And the Patriots just have more money than us. It all boils down to whether the Patriots want to fork over that cash or not, because we can only go so high with Aqib Talib. The only thing we can offer him that the Patriots can't is the promise of, hey, you're going to be with a guy that drafted you. You're going to be around guys that you know, trust, and think you can get it done. They drafted you and they have a lot of confidence in you. And so that's the only thing the Redskins can offer Aqib Talib that the Patriots can't, is you'll be coming back into opening, welcoming arms. Guys who drafted you and believed in you from the start. That's the only thing the Redskins can offer that the Patriots can't. And so if the dollars are significantly better in New England, I can't see how we could win that race and get Aqib Talib. At the end of the day, the Redskins just need a corner. A really good one would be nice, but just something solid that's going to come in and do human-like work for us, I'll take it. And look, I know we can't afford to go out and get the upper echelon corners. I'm surprised to hear that we're even in the Aqib Talib sweepstakes. But again, that's why I always entrust in the Redskins capologists, because they find a way to make the numbers make sense even when our dollars don't make sense. They always find a way to make sure that our money isn't funny. And I don't know how they do it, but they always find a way for us to get involved in free agency. Even in a year like this year, when we don't have any money, we're still able to re-sign a lot of our guys in-house. And that's what's most important to me. As bad as I want a safety, as bad as I want a corner, as bad as I want a right tackle, I want to make sure we have Corey Lichtensteiger back, Rob Jackson back. I want to make sure that we have guys like Logan Paulson and Darrell Young back. Guys that are core Redskins, guys that are going to help us, that are young, that can help us moving into the future. I want to have those guys back first and foremost. And it's good to see the Redskins preaching continuity as something that is going to be a linchpin of this franchise moving forward. We look like a real outfit right now. And so we have to be patient. As fans, we have to be patient because this free agency period is going to move very slow for the Redskins. It will not be a lot of activity like we're used to. And you all know the story. You all know the backdrop and the background behind why the Redskins won't be active in free agency. You're going to see a lot of good players pass us by. And it's frustrating, but we have to remain patient. Our time will come. And look, if we get some deals here in free agency, they're not going to be the high-priced guys. They're not going to be the big-name free agents. But if we're able to get a few deals at the back of the market with those pink tags, get a couple of guys on the cheap, I think the Redskins will be fine. And so what we have to really do is be smart with the little bit of money that we do have. Make sure we clean up and tie up all loose ends in-house. So any guys that are out there like Fred Davis, we need to try and get back. We need to clean up those loose ends first. And then if there's any extra money, go out and see if we can find guys to really help this roster moving forward. But what we need to really focus in on after we tie up all the loose ends in-house is the draft. And that's what it all boils down for us. We don't have a first-round pick. So that second-round pick, I think, must be a safety. This is a very deep draft for safeties. I think it has to be a safety. But we'll talk draft needs a lot later. I'm still focusing in on free agency because I think there are some moves the Redskins can make. And with that money freed up by showing D'Angelo Hall the door and giving him his pink slip, I think that in combination with Santana Moss's restructure, we have a little bit of space. And so I expect the Redskins to be able to do some things in free agency that will allow us to really be satisfied with our off-season free agency moves, because right now it just seems bleak. You're watching all these teams go nuts and spend money, and we don't need to get caught up in any of that. Just worry about the bottom line, and right now the bottom line is getting our guys back. That means Fred Davis needs to be back in the Redskins uniform. So let's just concentrate on the bottom line, getting our stuff back, and then whatever money we have left, trying to get deals out in the market. And so I will come here tomorrow. We'll continue to talk about the Redskins. Hopefully we'll have some news on Fred Davis, Aqib Talib, and see what's going on with the Redskins as we continue to try to better our roster in preparation for the 2013 upcoming season. So as you all know, I'm a Redskins fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Redskins spirit will never die. My Redskins spirit will never fold. So after day one of free agency, very quiet in Redskins part. We re-signed Kedrick Golston. We re-signed Sav Rocca. We're looking to sign Aqib Talib. We still need to have Fred Davis back. That's the short-term goals as Redskins fans. Those should be our short-term goals as Redskins fans. Re-sign Fred Davis, Aqib Talib. We need a cornerback. And even if it's not Aqib Talib, we need a cornerback. So if we miss out on him, that's fine. Go back into the market. There are plenty of guys out there that can help us. Go find a cornerback. Re-sign Fred Davis. Those are short-term goals. That's what I'm looking forward to. Let's hope we get this done here in the near future. Have a good one, and hail to the Redskins.
The Redskins Report.